Hello, how are you? Now today we go to the class number 6 on criticism. This may be the last topic related to Wordsworth we are dealing with. Last day we discussed the definition of the poetry as Wordsworth visualized and specified in his treatise Lyrical Ballads, preface to Lyrical Ballads. And the next major area that he discusses on how a poem can be written, what should its style, how the diction is being processed. The area deals with the theory of poetic diction. Maybe you will be getting an essay or a paragraph question on that. You should be very careful. So, as long as he defined poetry, now slowly he jumps to the field of how a poem can be written, what all the subjects you can select, and what all the language, what type of language that you prefer. All these are related in and around of para number 20, 21, 22, 23 of the real essay preface to the Lyrical Ballads. So we try to give you a synopsis or summary of it related to the diction of the poetry, how and what should be the method of writing a poem. Wordsworth speculates that you keep in mind. So this area question may be referred one, poetic diction. Topic is poetic diction. Alright, poetic diction. As per Wordsworth, what is the method of poetic diction? Maybe a question. Sometimes selection of the language. Selection of the language of a poetry, of poem, selection of the language or language of the poetry, all these are related questions. Once you get the textbook, you go through the para number 22, 21, 22, 23, like this total area will give you a picture how diction to be done, how poem to be written, how subject to be selected, how language to be used. These are the four important areas. You know, this is the most controversial topic. St. Coleridge, his own colleague and friend, would have a different style of writing. Wordsworth, though he belongs to pantheism, this man, St. Coleridge, did not allow himself to be a pantheist. And with regard to the poetic diction, subject matter and language, St. Coleridge did not agree with him in as such, in all the respects. That is a matter of controversy. And what he says, Wordsworth says, is not considered and admitted by so many other writers. Why? First point, he made a revolt against the former group of writers and critics. His predecessors like Addison, then Dryden, so many people were Dr. Johnson. All these people, they belong to age of reason, or what is meant by the inheritors of classicism. They had a poetic style which is not affordable to the common public of London city and villages. So common people did not allow. That may be the reason Wordsworth tells subject matter of a poem should be so simple to be comprehensible to the public. But those people I mean, those predecessors like Dryden Alexander Pope and what you call the Dr. Samuel Johnson, they had high intelligence. They made an intellectual explosion. They made an intellectual, what is called, explosion from their brain that could have not been enjoyed by common people, but only educated class people. Because they maintained a decorum that they said poem should be enjoyed not by common people, should be enjoyed by intellectuals. So they wrote intellectual things for intellectual people. They wrote something extraordinary for extraordinary people, not ordinary people. This is somewhat disagreeable to Wordsworth. Wordsworth told, no, this should not be the real method. The method should be endeared to the common public. It should be pleasurably accepted by the common people of the society. So my method of diction, my method of writing poet, by three ways. One, subject matter will be simple. Language will be selected from the common people. And the method of style of writing will be so simple, almost like a prose, and he finds no difference between the method of writing in prose and poetry. That is also one of the reasons. Wordsworth preferred spoken language. Look here, Wordsworth preferred spoken language, not written language. Spoken language means spoken language used by common people, not for intellectual people. He did not, in his brain, no intellectual people appearing, only common people. So he selected a language spoken by the common people. But on the other hand, predecessors, Addison and Johnson plus Thomas Gray, they referred a special language for a poetry. Earlier people, they had maintained a special language. This special language, what is its significance? Special language is meant for special people. Special language meant for special people means educated people, intellectual people, but not maintained for common people. So that is why critics say Wordsworth era that made a revolt against classicism and age of reason. Now, what is the background of the poetry before Romantic Revolt? What was the background? We told no, Wordsworth opposed all right these guidelines and in what you call type of bombastic language they used earlier. What type of gaudiness? He says in the preface what is called gaudiness. All right, gaudiness. What is the meaning of gaudiness? Everybody's attention will be attracted, but going inside nothing. And what is called a type of inane phraseology in the poetry. Earlier poets forced a type of a phraseology. Which phrases coming in the poem will not be endeared by the common people. So he stood against inane phraseology plus this type of gaudiness in the poem. Dr. Johnson says, noble and graceful action is lost if you use ordinary language. Dr. Johnson against Wordsworth, like, why? If you use common language, if you use common people's language in the poetry, its a noble quality and gracefulness will be lost. Look. Means what? Poem should be somewhat sublime in character. Poem should be written in a very authentic and bombastic and gigantic status. That should not be enjoyed by common people, will be always enjoyed by intellectual people. So suppose you prefer common language, suppose you prefer common language, common man's language in subject matter simple, its a real genuine quality will be lost, remarked by Dr. Johnson. So some people, critics, they are not ready to agree with Wordsworth in the style of writing. So he says, just like Dr. Johnson begins to compare something, a poet is like a goldsmith. Poet is like a goldsmith. Gold is, the real quality of the gold is taken out of its metal by doing lot of chemistry work. Like a chemist will do a lot of experiment. The chemist will elicit what is real gold from the real metal. Like that, a poet is eliciting, poet is extracting the real genuine quality of gold from the metal. So he does not or he should not depend on ordinary language. Dr. Johnson reports. Thomas Gray, on the other hand, he says it is the language of the age, should not be language of the poetry. Thomas Gray, a very famous poet, and has been popular for his elegy written in a country churchyard. A very beautiful poem that everybody should read. In this elegy written in a country churchyard, he gives a lot of images from the villages. But on the one hand, he says, language of the age should not be taken into account. Suppose some poets live in a particular age, and that particular age language should be selected, no meaning in that. So language of the age should not be the language of the poetry, he says. But Wordsworth did not agree on these. Wordsworth says in his treatise, I do a revolt against the classical thinking. I do a real revolt against classical type of writing, and I must find a suitable language for the poetry. And this language suitable as per the wish of Wordsworth. The language is suitable. What type of suitability? Suitability that should be endeared and loved and admired by the common people. So he says, Wordsworth says, suitable language is common people's spoken language. Whenever we go, even in Malayalam, what a type of innocent language we use. All right, we use, but so many people do not. That one experiment I told earlier. All right, eating too much. Some people sitting in the wedding party, eating too much. All right, some people will demand food, come eat. But some people in a local style, people would ask, endutada pahaya ingane medayane. Medayal commonly stand for ola medayuga. All right, paya medayuga. But common man would use looking at his own friend eating too much. We ask, that is common man's language. This type of common man's language is endurable, suitable thing for our Wordsworth. So he selected all the phrases which they stand for. What is it's called? All right, all right, for common men's people, that even some people instead of common peoples, then gigantic people say, all right, instead of, another friend of this man would say, instead of medaya, buying a polling analoda. Polling means just like putting oats in the box. You are eating too much. This polling and medayal related to common man's language, which they use. This type of phraseology, this type of words should be selected by the poet. Wordsworth says. You know one very important critic of Wordsworth, his name is Oliver Elton. All right, Oliver Elton. All right, he is a very famous critic on Wordsworth. In particular, with this treatise, Preface to Lyrical Ballads, he enumerates certain steps what Wordsworth has speculated. 1. He used real language of man. Alright, it should be Wordsworth plans to use real language of men, not God's language, not ununderstandable language. Elton says Wordsworth prefers only real language of men and no artificiality. You copy down these points. Elton says Wordsworth prefers no artificiality. Okay, first point, common, all right, language. Second one, no artificiality. All right, no artificiality in his poem. Language should be purified, Elton says. All right, purify language. Purify language. There will be a purification in the language. Whatever you just make an examination on different poems of Wordsworth, you will get these features. Common man's language, no artificial approach. Then everywhere you will get a purification in words. And prose and poetry for him, language is same. So prose and poetry for him, prose and poetry same. So Wordsworth says either poem or prose, all these are written in the correct way, and its language should be preferred by common. Excuse me. So it can be used by the common people. So for the prose and for the poetry, no language difference. Sometime in the future he says, its arrangement of words will be different. But for the poem, the best word we select for the best order will be selected by a poet. But in the prose, there will be a syntactical order, there will be a sentence order, going and going. But in the different way, we prefer in the poetry. Excuse me. So it deals, Wordsworth stands for, so he stands for vocabulary. All right, vocabulary, not for sentence construction. He prefers vocabulary, different types of vocabulary. All right, that is what we call the best word we select for writing the poetry. So it deals with the vocabulary, not for the sentence. For the diction, for the style of writing, diction, all right, sentence is not a problem, but the best word we will select. It deals with the common people's language, common language and common people's incident. Common incidents. All right, he will take only common incidents which are very popular and familiar to the public. Not just like Don Quixote, Dando, like Cando, no poems like that. Something related to paradise, something related to heaven, no, he won't write like that. He will take only common incidents, deals with the situation. I mean, language of the poetry, selection of the language really used by men. Selection is the good because aim is the pleasure. Elton says, Wordsworth's aim of writing a poem is to provide pleasure. And people who read poetry also want to get pleasure. If they do not get pleasure, not comprehending some ideas, some words in the poem, the real objective of the poetry is lost. Means what? Common people will dislike it. So, Wordsworth writes only common incident. What all the merits of this rustic or common people's language? Why, according to the diction written by or preferred by Wordsworth, what all the merits of selection of common subjects, common language? What all the merits? All right, you can write merit. All right, merit or effect. What all the merits? Using rustic language, we can feel heart of the common people. Wordsworth says, suppose we use common incident, common language, we can feel the heart of the common people. First point is, we can get heart of the people. All right, we will get heart of the people. Suppose you use common language, suppose you use common incidents, suppose you use common subjects, you will catch the heart of the people. And common man's language is noble. All right, noble language. Common people's language is noble and simple. Noble and simple. So, to interact and communicate between a poet and the public is very easy. All right, then their expression is very directly clear and simple. Then these common people do not have no social vanity. All right, they have no social vanity. Suppose you go to Paradise Lost, suppose you go to Dante's Divine Comedy, suppose you go to any poems written in the Age of Reason, Macflackno, John Dryden's Macflackno, all these are somewhat meant for high class society. Ordinary people cannot easily understand. So that those poems were written for the socially uplifted community. But during the age of romantic revival, Wordsworth meant only for common people. They are very simple, they are very innocent, they don't have social vanity. Their languages come from the heart. Common people's expressions, common people's ideas come from the heart. And basic truth of nature can easily be reached. So, nature can be easily approached. These are the merits. Nature can be to be appreciated. That is promulgated by our Wordsworth. And for him, he does not find any difference between prose style of writing, prose and style of writing poetry. Any man, it should be simple. Themes are also simple. Whatever themes, you go to daffodils, you go to solitary reaper, you go to intimations of immortality, or you go to your leash gatherer resolution and independence, leash gatherer. Like that, so many poems you make an examination. You will get common people, common language, themes are simple, and rustic language is very, very passionate. He says, rustic means common people's language are very, very passionate. In this passionate language, he uses all of his poems. So, all these are the points that you keep in mind. You will get very good marks in the poetic dictionary. Lot of merits and changed a very high standard of poetic diction. So what does it mean? Till this moment, almost 1802, 1798 to 1802, before that period, all poetry meant for high class society. But later now, within the effort of these romantic poets, revival poets, now language, poetry, prose, all these things became very, very lovable, admirable to the common people. This is what he means about the subject matter of the poem, the style of writing the poem, diction of the poem. We will see you with another topic in the next class. Till that moment, thank you very much.